Hey guys, and welcome back. Today it's all about gimbals. Do you need a gimbal? No. Yes. Wow, the web's full of, no, you don't need a gimbal. Yes, you need a gimbal. I've done videos in the past saying you don't need a gimbal. I've used an iPhone and done some very cool moves and created some very stable footage without a gimbal. But in this video, I'm going to show you why you definitely need a gimbal. So if that's what you're into, let's get into it. Now, like I say, I've done videos in the past and done some really cool moves and some nice footage without a gimbal. But the stuff I'm going to show you now, you can't do without a gimbal. And my favorite will be the last one. So I've got 5 things, and there's probably a few more, but we're just going to show you 5 things that you can't do without a gimbal. So without further ado, let's have a look at the first one. Special effects. Try doing this without a gimbal. Look at that. I am a waterbender. I can control water. How cool is that? There's all kinds of special effects. How about this one? I've shown you Inception without a gimbal, but your arm can't rotate to the degree that a gimbal can do it. So effects is one thing you can't do without a gimbal. Well, the next one we're going to look at, you can kind of do without a gimbal, but it becomes difficult, and it is so much easier with a gimbal because you can set it so things don't change. What is it? Check it out. When you're just spinning and whipping around with your cell phone, it's very hard to do one thing. What is that? Maintain a steady horizon. So your horizon line just stays steady. Very hard to do without a gimbal. With a gimbal, it's perfect. I tell you, having a gimbal just makes your life so much easier, especially keeping that horizon line straight and steady. Now, the next one is one of my favorites that I love to do with a gimbal. And you can't do it without a gimbal. What is it? Have a look. This is one of my favorite things to do with a gimbal. What is this? This is what's called a motion lapse. It's a moving time lapse where you can set different points and your gimbal will move to it. Very hard to do handheld. Perfect with the gimbal yet again. Motion lapses. I've shown quite a few on this channel on how to do them with different equipment, but I love doing them. They are so cool, and you can set different points. It won't just go straight across. You can have it go up, go down. Very cool. I love motion lapses. Can't figure out how to do it without a gimbal. Now, the next one is one of the main reasons why we get a gimbal. Have a look why. Why do we get a gimbal? We want stable footage. Look at the difference between the iPhone and the iPhone on the gimbal. No comparison. Now, the last one that I'm going to show you is one of my favorite things that I love about a gimbal that I can't do without a gimbal. I haven't figured a way of doing it, but the gimbal does it, and it is a feature that I love. Not only do I love, I use a lot. I solo vlog and solo do video content. This is like having another person. What is this amazing feature? Check it out. I saved the best for last. What is this amazing thing? It is tracking. I love the tracking. Like I say, I'm a solo vlogger, so having that tracking capability works brilliantly. And a lot of different gimbals have it, and they work so well. It's like having a second camera person. Well, there you go. I've given you 5 reasons why you need a gimbal. You just can't do that stuff without a gimbal. Now, if you've got some other things that you do with a gimbal that you can't do with a phone, put it in the comments down below. I'd love to know what other tips, tricks, or things you do that kind of mimic a gimbal. But yeah, I love using a gimbal for that. And as I say, special effects, I only showed you a couple. There's a lot of different special effects. There's some little quick, smart stuff. It is amazing when you get into the apps on the gimbals, and not just the ones I use, but pretty much all the brands, they have a lot of special features you simply can't do handheld with a phone in your hand. So that's one reason why to get a gimbal. Anyways, that's it for this one. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're aware when I post new videos like this. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. So, until the next time.